Hello and welcome to Read with Hadini. I am Omoshali Adeyoji, your host and fellow book lover. This is a space where I share with my audience my reading experiences, the lessons I have learned, and the fascinating insights I have discovered in the books I read. So, whether you're an avid reader, a book lover, or just looking for your next great book, you're in the right space and you're in the right place. Let's dive into today's read and explore the wisdom packed in this book together. Welcome once again, my lovely audience. Welcome to Read with Hadini. So, on the last episode, we started chapter 4 of our book, Self Discipline, The Power of Self Discipline, No Excuses by Brian Tracy. And the chapter 4 we started on the last episode is titled Self Discipline and Goals. Self Discipline and Goals. We continue from where we stopped on the last episode. So let's do a quick recap. On the last episode, we talked about the importance of goal setting, why it's important to set goals. We found out that only 3% of people set goals, and the remaining 97% work for the people that set goals. And we were encouraged on the last episode to work towards our goals, to take control of our life, that we need to put pen to paper and begin to write it down. Then the author cited an example of the homing pigeon that will circle 3 times, get its bearing, and then fly straight back to its home roost, no matter how far it's been from home, whether you cover its eyes, cover the cage, it will always find its way back home. And the author made us realize that the human being also has this kind of ability in the sense that whenever we set our mind to something, when human beings program a goal into their minds, they can then set out without having any idea prior to you making that goal. And one way or the other, by some miracle, you will begin to move towards that goal. And not only you moving towards that goal will also begin to move towards you. So, on today's episode, we are going to be talking about and reading about the 7 step methods to achieving your goals, and we are going to move ahead. So let's dive in. So there are 7 simple steps that you can follow to set and achieve your goals faster. There are more complex and detailed goal achieving methodologies, but this 7 step method will enable you to accomplish 10 times more than you have ever accomplished before, and you will do so far faster than you can currently imagine. So, what is the first step? Step 1: decide exactly what you want. Decide exactly what you want. Be specific. If you want to increase your income, decide on a specific amount of money rather than to just, I want to make money. So you have to put pen to paper, put a figure to the amount of increase you want to your income. Step 2: write it down. A goal that is not in writing is like cigarette smoke. It drifts away and disappears. It is vague and insubstantial. It has no force, no effect or power. But a written goal becomes something that you can see, you can touch, you can read and modify if necessary. Step 3: set a deadline for your goal. Pick a reasonable time period and write down the date when you want to achieve it. If it is a big enough deal, set a final deadline and then set sub deadlines or interim steps between where you are today and where you want to be in the future. The deadline serves as a forcing system in your brain, just as you often get more done when you are under the pressure of a specific deadline. Your subconscious mind works faster and more efficiently when you have decided that you want to achieve a goal by a specific time. The rule is there are no unrealistic goals, there are unrealistic deadlines. Let me go over that again. The rule is there are no unrealistic goals, but there are only unrealistic deadlines. What do you do if you don't achieve your goal by your deadline? Simple. You set another deadline. So a deadline is just a guesstimates, like guessing estimates. Sometimes you will achieve your goal before the deadline, sometimes at the deadline, and sometimes after the deadline. Are we cool? So there is no rush. But one thing you have to do is set a deadline. Whether you are able to achieve your goal within that deadline or not, set a deadline and you can keep moving the goalposts. You can keep moving the deadline as long as you're working towards your goal. So when you set your goal, it will be within the context of a certain set of external circumstances, yeah. But these circumstances may change, causing you to change your deadline as well. So what the author is trying to let us understand is that even if you put pen to paper, even if you set your goals, there are some external factors, there are some things that are beyond your circumstance, your control rather, that might not allow that goal to manifest at that specific deadline. You get? So you have to change your deadline. You might have to move it. So we are not to, beat up ourselves or be angry if we are not able to achieve that goal, as long as it is not something we are not doing that is affecting it. If it is things beyond our control, which happens a lot, yeah. So step 4, make a list of everything you can think of that you could possibly do to achieve your goal. So, as Henry Ford said, the biggest goal can be accomplished if you just break it down into enough small steps. Now, I learned this being as a researcher. When I want to write on a particular thing, one of the things I set, my main goal is I want to write so amount of words on a particular topic. Yeah. So I begin to set, so funnily, what some of my goal, the things, action steps I write down, get out with my laptop, place it on my reading desk, plug my laptop to a power outlet, open your laptop, go to your browser, type. So in fact, I will make a list of the words, my search words that will aid me in my researching. I'll write, look for so articles, between the hour of this and this, download so articles. So I have this little steps. So by the time I do all the steps, it's like a reward. I feel happy when I open up my laptop. I tick it. Yeah, one step achieved. When I type in a particular word on the search engine of my browser, I tick done. When I download like 5 or 10 articles, wow, you need to see how excited I am. I tick it. So all these steps matters. And that is also what the author is trying to let us know. So make a list of the obstacles and difficulties that you will have to overcome, both external and internal, in order to achieve your goal. Make a list of the additional knowledge and skills that you will need in order to achieve your goal. Make a list of the people whose cooperation and support you will require to achieve your goal. Make a list of everything that you can think of that you will have to do, and then add to this list as new tasks and responsibilities occur to you. Keep writing until your list is complete. Step 5, organize your list by both sequence and priority. So, a list of activities organized by sequence requires that you decide what you need to do first, what you need to do second, and what you need to do later on. So, in addition, a list organized by priority enables you to determine what is more important and what is less important. So, there's a scale of preference, like, okay, this and this and this is what I need to do first. I'm not going to jump from number 2 to number 10 when I've not completed number 2. So sometimes sequence and priority are the same, but often they are not. For example, if you want to start a particular kind of business, the first item in order of sequence might be for you to purchase a book or enroll in a course on that business. But what is more important is your ability to develop a business plan. So based on complete market research, so that you can use this to gather the resources you need and actually start the business you have in mind. And step 6, take action on your plan immediately. Take the first step and then the second step and the third step. Get going, get busy, move quickly, don't delay. Remember, procrastination is not only the thief of time, it is the thief of life. The difference between successes and failures in life is simply that winners take the first step. They are action oriented. As they said in Star Trek, they go boldly where no man has ever gone before. Winners are willing to take action with no guarantee of success. You're not even seeing the end yet, but you know that you have to do this. You have to take action. Though they're willing to face failure and disappointment, they are always willing to take action. Step 7, do something every day that moves you in the direction of your major goal. This is the key step that will guarantee your success. Do something 7 days a week, 365 days a day. Do anything that moves you at least one step closer to the goal that is most important to you at that time. When you do something every day that moves you in the direction of your goal, you develop momentum. This momentum, this sense of forward motion, motivates, inspires, and energizes you. As you develop momentum, you will find it increasingly easy to take even more steps towards your goal. In no time at all, you will have developed the discipline of setting and achieving your goals. It will soon become easy and automatic. You will soon develop the habit and the discipline of working toward your goals all the time. So, those are the 7 steps we need to take for goal setting, and it's going to be a very wonderful guide for us. No matter the goal you're setting, whether you're starting a course, you're starting a degree, you're starting a business, you're planning to get a job, you want to take a certification, you want to improve your life, you want to improve your style, your the way you carry yourself, your behavior. These are goals. These are steps that will actually help you in achieving these goals. Now, let's move on. The 10 goal exercise. We just finished the 7 steps here and the 10 goals exercise. This is one of the most powerful goal achieving methods I have ever discovered. I teach it all over the world and I practice it myself almost every day. Take out a clean sheet of paper. At the top of the page, write the word goals and today's date. Then discipline yourself to write down 10 goals that you like to accomplish in the next 12 months. Write down financial, family goals, and fitness goals, as well as goals for personal possessions like a house or a car. Don't worry for the moment about how you're going to achieve these goals. I like this author. He's always telling us no rush. Calm down. Just calm down. So just write them down as quickly as you can. You can write as many as 15 goals if you like, but this exercise requires that you write down a minimum of 10 within 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going to do this exercise myself, right? Yes, I have to. So select one goal. Once you have written out your 10 goals, imagine for the moment that you can achieve all the goals on your list if you want them long enough and hard enough. Also imagine that you have a magic wand, that you can wave that magic wand and it will enable you to achieve any one goal on your list within 24 hours. Now, if you could achieve any one goal on your list within 24 hours, which one would have the greatest positive impact on your life right now? Which one goal would change or improve your life more than anything else? Which one goal, if you were to achieve it, would would help you to achieve one of more of your other goals than anything else? Whatever answer to this question. Put a circle around this goal and then write it at the top of a clean sheet of paper. This goal then becomes your major definite purpose. Now, what the author is trying to let us do here is that out of all the goals you've written, if one of those goals is you want that goal so badly that you wish a magic wand can be waved over that goal and bring its manifestation in the next 24 hours, which of those goals that you've written down will it be? Now, so once you're able to identify that particular goal, you will circle that goal, get a fresh clean sheet of paper, and write out that goal and mark it as your major definite purpose. It becomes your focal point and the organizing principles of your future activities. Then let's make a plan. Make a plan. Now, once you have written out this goal clearly and specifically and made it measurable, that is, by setting a deadline on your goal, your subconscious mind needs a deadline so that it can focus and concentrate all your mental powers on goal attainment. Make a list of everything that you can think of that you could do to achieve your goal. Organize this list by sequence and priority. Select the most important or logical next step in your plan and take action on it immediately. Take the first step. Do something, do anything. Resolve to work on this goal every single day until it is achieved. From this moment forward, as far as you are concerned, failure is not an option. Once you have decided that this one goal can have the greatest positive impact on your life and you have set it as your major definite purpose, resolve that you will work towards this goal as hard as you can, as long as you can, and that you will never give up until it is achieved. Are we clear? This decision alone can change your life. Use mindstorming to get started. Use mindstorming to get started. Now, mindstorming is another technique you can use to dramatically increase the likelihood that you will achieve your most important goal. This is the most powerful, creative thinking technique I have ever seen. More people have become wealthy using this method than any other way. Take another clean sheet of paper, write out your major definite purpose at the top of the page in the form of a question. Take another clean sheet of paper, write out your major definite purpose at the top of the page in the form of a question. Then discipline yourself to write a minimum of 20 answers to the question. For example, if your goal is to earn a certain amount of money by a certain date, you would write the question as, how can I earn so amounts of money by this specific date? You then discipline yourself to generate 20 answers to your question. This exercise of mindstorming will activate your mind, unleash your creativity, and give you ideas that you may never have thought of before. I I love these exercises. I wish I could have a group of people that we can do this together and then form like a club and discuss about these things. It's so interesting. The first 3 to 5 answers will be easy. The next five will be difficult. And the last 10 answers will be harder than you can imagine. At least the 5 time you do this exercise. Nonetheless, you must exert your discipline and willpower to persist until you have written down at least 20 answers. Once you have generated 20 answers, look over your list, select one of those answers to take action on immediately. So it seems that when you take action on a single idea on your list, it triggers more ideas and motivates you to take action on even more of these answers. So let me go over what mindstorming is. So the author tells us that we should take one that our definite purpose. Remember your major definite purpose, the one that you want so badly, the one that you wish if there is any miracle, any magic, it will come to manifestation. and you've written it out on a clean sheet of paper as your major definite purpose. Now, mindstorming is you will now write it in form of a question. For example, how can I graduate with a first class by the end of this year or by so year? Now, you will now begin to generate 20 answers to your questions. So 20 ways, 20 things you need to do to achieve your goals. So it is called mindstorming. It will activate your mind and then you'll get so creative. You begin to prefer solutions to your own questions, right? This is very interesting. You begin to propose solutions. You come up with different solutions. And the author let us understand that the first 3 to 5 answers will be very easy. Then, as we move on to the next 5, to the next last 10, it's become very tasking, very hard, very mind racking. Like you have to think over these things a lot and harder. And you will need a lot of discipline and willpower to persist until you have written. You have to get to the 20. You have to have 20, at least 20 answers. So once you generated these 20 answers, you now pick one out of it. And that one, you begin to act on it now. You take actions immediately. So it seems that when you take action, so like I said, it seems that when you take action on a single idea on your list, it triggers more ideas and motivates you to take action on even more of these answers. So let me go over it again. I want us to get this thing. Mindstorming, you pick your major definite purpose, you write it in the form of a question. And when you write it in the form of a question, you begin to profile answers to your own questions. That is mindstorming. And the author said that it will unleash our creativity. You will, like, you're putting your mind to work and you begin to get creative with your answers. He said that the 3 to 5 answers will be very easy, but the next 5 to 10 answers will be very hard, will be very tasking, but you will get there. And once you are able to write at least 20 answers, you look over all the answers that you have listed, all the ideas you've been able to put down, you pick one of it and you begin to take action on it immediately. So, the great law of cause and effect. The most important application of the law of cause and effect is that thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. Thoughts are causes and conditions are effects. Your thoughts create the conditions of your life. When you change your thinking, you change your life. Your outer world becomes a mirror image reflection of your inner world. Perhaps the greatest discovery in the history of thought is that you become what you think about most of the time. Moreover, the teacher John Boyle said, whatever you can think about on a continual basis, you can have. Napoleon Hill, author of the success classic Think and Grow Rich, which was first published in 1939 and is still selling today, said, whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. When you think about your goal continually and work on it every day, more and more of your mental resources will be concentrated on moving up toward that goal and moving your goal towards you. The discipline of daily goal setting will make you a powerful, purposeful, and irresistible person. You will develop self-esteem, self-confidence, and self-respect. As you feel yourself moving towards your goals faster and faster, you will ultimately become unstoppable. In the next chapter, I will explain how the use of self-discipline to develop personal excellence is the most powerful step you can take to achieve all your material and emotional goals. Wow. Wow. This is a very, very interesting read. Chapter 4, I give it to you. So here are some action exercises. Number 1, resolve today to switch on your success mechanism and unlock your goal achieving mechanism by deciding exactly what you really want in life. Number two, make a list of 10 goals that you want to achieve in the foreseeable future. Write them down in the present tense as if you have already achieved them. Don't forget that. Write them in the present tense. Number three, select the one goal that could have the greatest positive impact on your life if you were to achieve it. And that is our major definite purpose. And write it down at the top of another piece of paper. Number four, make a list of everything you could do to achieve this goal. Organize it by sequence and priority, and then take action on it immediately. Number five, practice mind storming. Like, I'm looking forward to doing that by writing out 20 ideas that could help you achieve your most important goal, and then take action on at least one of those ideas. Number six, resolve to do something every day, 7 days a week, to achieve your most important goal until you're successful. Continually remind yourself that failure is not an option. No matter what, resolve to persist until you succeed. Resolve to persist until you succeed. Woo! We've come to the end of chapter 4, self-discipline and goals. Wow. New word I learned today, new exercise I learned today, mind storming. I want to give it a try. I really want to give it a try. And I want you to, my awesome audience, to list out the steps, do the goal exercises, identify your major definite purpose, write it on a clean sheet of paper as a question, and mindstorm. Write out 20 answers, at least 20, and then pick one and begin to act on it immediately. I'm so looking forward to doing this. I had a wonderful time reading chapter 4. It's a lot. It's packed with a lot of gems, a lot of wisdom, and I love action points a lot. I love exercises, and I can't wait to start doing this and seeing the great results at the end of the day. Thank you once again, my wonderful listeners. Thank you for coming to today's episode of Read with Haduni. I'm sure we had a wonderful time reading chapter 4 together, and I'm sure we had a wonderful time here. I want us to drop our comments, share our experiences. Let me know what you're going to be mindstorming on. You might not really tell me everything, but let me know what you've done in regards to goal setting, writing out your goals, and putting out words, action out there to achieving your goal. Thank you once again for coming to Read with Hadini. Take care of yourself, stay hydrated, eat your fruits and vegetables, don't allow stress, rest well, set your goal, do some mindstorming, and stay blessed. Until I come your way on another episode of Read with Hadini podcast, take care of yourself, be good, bye.